If you had told me years ago that the act of watching other people play video games would become an industry that's worth over $3 billion annually and growing, I would have never believed you. It just sounds like such a crazy idea that has changed the world of video games forever. From televised competitions for elite players who compete for fame and fortune, to the humble gaming setups of simple gamers like you and me, playing from home while others spectate. Watching other people play video games is one of the fastest growing sectors of viewed entertainment on the planet.
Gamers all over the world are putting the controller down and picking up the remote control so they can watch, listen to, and even interact with other gamers while they play. For the creators, it is an opportunity to find an additional source of revenue with the dream of going professional. And for the viewers, it is a form of reality television that connects them even deeper to their hobby, as well as fellow gamers who share their interests.
And the streaming effect has not been lost on game developers, who are now in a constant race with each other to create titles that are designed specifically with a streaming audience in mind. At this moment, over 2 million people across the planet are watching other people play video games on Twitch, the most well-known video game streaming platform. 65 million hours of game streams are watched daily just through that one service, and the numbers continue to grow exponentially every year. Video game consumption has rapidly grown from an interactive hobby to a passive form of entertainment with its own stable of gaming celebrities who are famous for either their impressive gaming skills, their lack of gaming skills, or simply their engaging personality and running commentary while they play. And thanks to the accessibility of being able to watch these gaming exploits from just about any phone, tablet, screen, or console, we can all enjoy watching a fellow gamer somewhere around the world playing a video game we've either previously played or currently playing anytime we want.
I suppose that's the draw, isn't it?
Yes.
That feeling of connection to our shared hobby and our fellow gamers, no matter where we are currently at on the planet or how bad our day is going. It is the opportunity to see other people, real people, all playing the exact same games that we're currently playing, and often struggling in some of the same spots that we, may have struggled with.
Sometimes they overcome those challenges, and it encourages us to try again using the skills and techniques we just observed. And other times they connect with us by letting us watch them as they fail to find success, well, at least at that time. And in a world where almost every picture gets edited and filtered beyond recognition, every video is overproduced, and everybody seems obsessed with presenting the most perfectly plastic version of themselves, this transparency, honestly, it's very refreshing. Twitch and other gaming platforms are growing at a record pace because people are looking for something real to watch and connect with, and not just in the streaming video game.
As followers of Christ, it can be difficult to reconcile the losing battles that we endure on a daily basis, with the knowledge that we serve an all-powerful God who doesn't always answer our prayers the way that, maybe we would prefer. Many times my personal prayers go unanswered. My loved ones are not miraculously healed, and my situation doesn't improve at all. And those disappointments in and of themselves can be challenging enough. But then we have to deal with the honest question from those who are outside of our faith.
We're not even given the luxury of struggling with our own feelings of confusion and hurt privately without having to continue to act as brand ambassadors for Christ, dishing out phrases that ring hollow in our hearts, saying, His ways are higher than our ways, between our tears. So how do we balance this concept of constantly streaming our lives to others so we can reach them for Christ, while simultaneously acknowledging there are times we are struggling to simply keep our candle lit?
This is not always easy to understand, nor is it easy to accept. But as followers of Christ, we are constantly live streaming the impact of Christ in our lives through both the good times as well as the bad. These glass houses that we live in are for the purpose of demonstrating more than just the incredible triumphs we experience. It is for us to allow others to see us struggling through these tough times.
It is our opportunity to maintain our faith and continue to share His message even when He has not chosen to calm our storm. As tempting as it may be to turn the camera away when we feel our head starting to dip under the water, the truth is, it is that moment when His strength is at its most visible in our lives. His power is most potently displayed in our weakness, and the message could not be more clear. It is in that moment, and only that moment, that we can say, like Job did, "Though He slay me, yet will I trust Him."
The reason people enjoy watching other gamers play video games isn't because those other players are perfect. As a matter of fact, some of them aren't really even that good, like us. No, we're not at all.
Nobody watches.
Yeah. But that is what makes them relatable, because the humanity of the player is on full display, for better or for worse. We watch them and root for them through the winning and losing, the trying and the dying. And many times we feel even more connected to them through the shared experience of watching them continue to carry on even after the most challenging setbacks.
And as believers, we don't simply carry the message of Christ, we are the message. Our lives being lived in service to Him is the message. Many times the only message that others will ever hear. His message isn't displayed best through our carefully framed pictures of a life lived in flawless perfection, but in the reality of a life lived openly and honestly, through all the heartbreak and the unanswered prayers.
Don't be ashamed of the scratches and chips that seemingly mar the surface of your vessel. We are all damaged here, for reals. This is why we need the Lord. Not because He has made us unbreakable, but because He makes all things beautiful in His time, even the broken and hard to explain parts.
So stream this message through your life today for all to see. Those who are watching us and following us are not looking for a flawless believer. They're looking for an authentic one they can actually relate to. In the rain and through the pain, be a beacon of hope for those who are still looking for a port in their storm, even in the midst of your current struggle. The Lord may not always silence the wind and the waves, but He has never allowed a single one of His children to face them alone.